packing on top of that. The ball will then go in afterwards, and then on top of that will be parchment paper. Parchment paper because it won't stick, and it will fly out and hold the ball in place. And we'll pack it in there very tight. We have the vent piece all the way to the back, and we'll actually be using vent quick match here, and we have slow match attached. The people that are going to be firing it, we're going to be in Kevlar when we launch the piece.
All right.
And then I'm excited about this piece, and I think that we're going to be able to have a great shot, and the round going out will be absolutely representative of what we would have thrown out against other invaders that would have come to Merrill.
Exactly right.
We're ready to engage. So this gun has a 1-inch liner in the front, and then also when the barrel had the liner installed, we have Dutchmans installed at the corners. This prevents the liner from rotating. It adds extra strength to it, and it's the proper way to lock in the barrel. Sometimes people recommend using epoxy or using marine-based epoxy. We won't use that. We're going to use actual steel to lock it in place. And these Dutchmans protrude in a good distance into the piece.
Can you describe the interior breech?
Sure, how the breech was made? We took the steel liner, then we took a solid piece of steel, and we milled it to mate to the inside of the liner itself. And it protrudes into the liner 5.5 to 6 inches, and then there is a radius, a 7/8 inch radius at the back of the gun, so that when you clean the gun, you have no corners where black powder will hide to the back of it. That's correct. That's correct. And once that was put into place, we then V-channel cut the breech plug, and we V-channel cut into the liner itself, filling that with lead. Not lead, welding.
That's the idea.
Then the steel welding would hold it in place, but we also did what is known as rosette weld, which is at 3 separate points we drilled into the liner, penetrating to the breech plug, and filled that with rosette weld as well, so that it will not rotate or shift.
And explain how the liner is attached to the actual piece itself.
The liner, this is bored out, and then the liner is slid to the back of the gun, all the way to the back of the gun. It is a resistance fit, but it is a light resistance fit. In other words, there is pressure being exerted from the casting on the exterior onto the steel liner in the center.
So when the liner is
Pressed.
inserted,
Yes.
it's a snug fit. Is there anything between the liner and the bore itself, an adhesive or?
We do not use the adhesives. We find that it's a source of a moisture trap. And we've experienced that on 32-pounders that we've delivered to New York and to the state of New Jersey.
So we're relying on the snugness of it into the bore.
That's from it coming out. That's correct. And also the Dutchman screws.
Which is right here.
Right, you can see the turn right here.
There is one here.
And there's another one down here.
Already got you.
And